All right, guys, today I'm gonna strip some wire. I don't know, that's where I'm gonna go today. On the scrapping part of stuff, I unloaded the trailer and got all that stuff organized in the parking lot and did some other small stuff. There was some cardboard left in that container I had to burn, and we're just gonna strip some wire. I'll probably set you guys up on time lapse over here and just go to town and knock out as much as I can over the next hour or so, I guess. All right, guys, I had to go get me up a cup of Joe. I don't know if you guys know what a cup of Joe is, but it's coffee. My world. Let's get back to it now. I put you on my head because I'm doing a little bigger wire here. I don't know what size it is. It's pretty good size wire. I got all this I got to do too, and I really honestly don't know what it is. I haven't even looked at it or whatever, but it's pretty good sized wire. It's got some weight to it, and I'm running it through twice because this plastic on it's pretty heavy duty. I don't know what it is. A couple layers. I don't know. There's like an outer layer and an inner layer. I hear some writing. What is this? Looks like THHN. 600 volts. I don't know what size it is. Pretty good size though. For me anyway. Here's the smaller stuff that was with that, and see if we can run it in this one. Run it right there if I can't, if it don't needle it. Let's check it. That's needling it. Let's loosen it up a little bit. There we go. That's some pretty good size stuff there too. I don't know what size it is, but Need to dump my trash. Barrels are getting full. I've got a box over here going. My old lady's peeled all that though, so I'm gonna weigh up what I do tonight in that bucket. I've got all this, but I'm gonna steal Project Shop Florida's idea and stick that stuff in a drill and untwist it. That's why I haven't started doing any of it. That stuff's all solid. Then we have this, which is that old welder I tore apart the other day with the Jaws of Life. And this, I think, it's basically gonna be all number one, because it's just corroded and rotted away, and I think there's a lot of corrosion on it. Yeah, that ain't even touching. Well, kinda. I'll run it through the other one. It's falling apart before it even gets in there. Probably do it by hand. And that stuff's just breaking up like, I don't know, ramen noodles. Probably should be doing it over the trash can so I don't have to pick it up again. We're gonna throw that in number one just because it's so dirty. Oops. Like I say, I might be able to just peel it off by hand. It's pretty crumbly. And there's a tough spot. Let's get this out of there before I forget about it. Through there just to break it up, I guess. Whoa. Brass. This stuff's heavy though. Weighs a lot. Adds up quick. Some people would call this horsehair or whatever. My actual junkyard does take this stuff as bright and shiny, if it's bright and shiny, which this stuff is not. So this is going to go in number one. Okay, a whole nother group of it here. I should take that out and weigh that when we get down here to the end. This stuff here, I think I'm just gonna chuck it over there.
Dad, have a good night, man.
You out of here?
Yep. I'll see you in the morning.
All right, we'll see you. Another cord. Throw it over there. And we got this. Some big stuff here, guys. What is this? THHN 1/0. That's what this is here. Pretty good size stuff. I don't. All right. Making a little headway. Just cutting it down to get it in the barrel. Big piece here. Another big piece, or another big piece. Tell you, if you don't run this heavy stuff through there at least twice through the cutters, you just about can't peel it. So definitely recommend running it through twice. I run it through and cut it 180 from each other. So it basically like a double cutter like Project Shop Florida has. I think Derek has. And he which I had a chance to buy one of those, but I had just bought this one. Just got into scrapping. And this one was like $300, and the other one was had a chance to buy it where I bought that, actually, that chopper. They had a double cutter, nice one, but it been used, but they wanted $600 for it, which wasn't a bad deal, I didn't think. But I had just bought this one and I didn't know how much wire I was going to be getting. Because wire, guys, is the scrapper's gold, you know. And you got to build a lot of relationships when you're trying to get a lot of copper wire. So no, I haven't been able to get out there and get a whole lot of relationships built for this stuff, so I didn't want to spend $600 on a double cutter one when I wouldn't be using it that much. And that piece of wire right there is burnt, so we're just going to chop it off right here to number 2. But yeah, and honestly I don't know that it still justifies it, even with the amount of stuff I'm getting now, because I only run the wire stripper only, you know, once or twice a month. I'm usually doing other stuff like transformers and electric motors and, you know, my granulator thingy over there, which I don't even know if you'd call it a granulator. It more chops and just chops it up and beats it to death. If I sharpened it, it'd probably do a lot better. But it's a lot of work to get into that machine to change and sharpen the blades. I would say probably the next time I do change the hole diameter, which I'm going to mess around with the screens that I built for it. And when I do that, I probably will pull the blades out and have them sharpened. But in my own machine shop, so I can just run down there and have him sharpen them for me real quick. So and that's not like a normal granulator, that's an actual chopper. It don't have 6 blades in it like granulators have, you know, 2 or 3 fixed blades. It's got 2 spinning blades. It's more of like a spinning shear, if you know what how a shear works. That's how that machine's set up. It's got big flywheels and shear. It comes around and they shear the edges of the metal because the blades are so close. But when you feed wire in there, it just chops it to hell and back. But all right, you guys kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna get the rest of this peeled off. If I peel some of this other stuff, I'll jump back on here. But other than that, you guys pretty much see what I'm doing. So let me jump off here and I'll get her done, and then we'll get a weight on it at the end here. All right, guys, I'm gonna mess with this It's actually like high-end coax cable, but it's copper outer and copper inner. I usually don't mess with coax, but because this is copper inner and outer, I'm going to try to strip it down each level and see what it does here. Looks like bright and shiny to me. I don't know if it'd be worth it doing it, but we're gonna do it. That's quite a bit. I mean, it ain't a boatload, but I think it's worth it. Don't take but a second to run it. Run it about that long, cut it. Grab them, throw them back on the floor, run them through again. That stuff just falls off there. Look at that. Throw that up there. A little chunk. Actually works really good. Super easy. All right, let's get the centers. Definitely worth it in my eyes. Better than running it through my chopper, I'll tell you. I don't know the percentage of what I reclaim on my chopper. I've never really, well, I really don't know how to even do it. I mean, I'm sure I'm catching probably, I would guess somewhere in the 90-95% range, because there's not a whole lot in the choppings. But this way right here, I catch 100% of it. So yeah, and I've got some big stuff over there too of this. Tell you that end, silver coated. Whatever it is. Okay, this is different. I can't tell if that's stainless or if that's copper, but it's heavy. It's definitely not aluminum. I don't know, I have to get the grinder out on it. That's some kind of aluminum there, or aluminum shroud there. And it looks like it's got a copper core though. Look at that. Man, that's almost like it's copper coated. That should be a lot heavier than that. That don't weigh anything. That is copper coated aluminum. I don't know how to even classify that. So we know that ain't worth messing with. We'll throw that in there, I guess. Okay, we're not messing with that reel. See what this is. That's the double copper. That's double copper. Which one did I run that through? It's actually just about perfect. There's a lot of people that don't that go right by this stuff, but which I do too for the cheap stuff you buy at Walmart. The cheap stuff you buy at Walmart is not this stuff, though. This is a lot higher end apparently, or older. This could just be older and this is how it used to be made. I don't know. Definitely a lot nicer stuff than what you can get at Walmart. We got a pile of it here too, I think. I'm gonna have my old lady run that rest of that stuff. She loves running this machine, so. And this stuff's really easy, so. Let's see what we got in a 5-gallon bucket today. It's not a whole lot, but it ain't light either. I'm gonna have her run all this tomorrow too. Okay. £25. Not too shabby. 75 bucks. Let's see what we had in number 1 here that I peeled. Another 8. So, not too bad there either. Nice little mount. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of that one. We ended up with 25 pounds of Bright and Shiny and 8 pounds of number 1, which ain't too bad. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and until next time.